Hello, hi, hello, hi, yo, yo, yo. What's up, everybody? Hey, it's the grid. We haven't done this in a while, Aaron.
Where the fuck am I?
What do you mean?
Where am I?
Where you
This
at?
place feels unfamiliar.
Yeah, you gotta feel your way around this dark room called the grid.
Can you at least
Biodigital
turn a light on?
jazz.
Oh shit, a light just came on. Is it because I said turn a light on? Oh, another one
Yeah.
came on. Hello.
Hello, everyone. This is a random episode of the grid. We said that we would take a break overall, but would still sporadically hop on whenever we need to talk about things and stuff. And Aaron, there are things and stuff to talk about, but I think two things before we actually get into it. Firstly, hi. We haven't talked in a while, at least this way. How long has it been?
Honestly, I don't know. I feel like I don't even know you anymore.
Who are you?
You don't look the same.
I don't. I guess that's probably a good place to start. Thank you for that. I'm hairless, mostly because of the sessions that I've been going through, the chemo sessions, which is the reason why we have not been around.
Wait, real quick. Hold on. I'm going to try my best Frieza impression.
Okay.
Hairless apes!
Right?
That's pretty good. Yeah.
Thank you.
Kakarot!
Kakarot! You and those hairless apes!
Does he all... So, okay, first of all, Frieza... Sort
Is
of...
Frieza man or woman?
There's the question. I don't know, actually. That's what I was going to ask. Sort of androgynous, right? Obviously, feminine attributes, of course, but like very manly voice generally, right?
I'm just going to Google it.
Just Google it, yeah. But anyway, I'm hairless because of sessions. Aaron, I'm going to show you, the people at home, you're going to have to explain them what this looks like. Really quick. I'm gonna
Androgynous,
take my hat
not
off.
a female. Yeah,
I've got no hair, right? Doesn't look great, obviously. Beard's gone mostly. Yeah, just not great overall. Honestly, kind of a big bummer in total. Like, I will say the sessions have been going well, just sort of, I guess, a precursor to this conversation for you, Aaron, and also the listeners. And I thought about possibly go ahead and just posting this on the normal feeds since people haven't heard from us since December. So, and a lot has happened since December. We're recording this on April 3rd, Friday, April 3rd. You know, chemo has been going well. I'm healthier than I've ever been, technically, but I look... I don't know what the proper word, sickly, I guess is probably the best way to say it.
You look like you're getting ready for your first day at college.
Yes, I think that's a good way to put it. I honestly probably look closer to the way I did when we were in the Army. I've heard that, actually, in terms of the haircut and like little to no facial hair, which is not purposeful. Like, I wish I had at least facial hair, but can't
I have your Army. You know how in the Matrix, when people are just shut the fuck up, Aaron, and let him get to the story. But you remember in the Matrix, when Neo goes into like their own grid, like the training room, and he looks like he did. That's your version of Army Chris. That's what's in my brain, and I will never forget how little baby Army Chris looked.
My mom said that I look like I literally look almost exactly how I looked when I was in the Army. Like the haircut. I mean, and that was purposeful. When I got I had longer hair, everybody. And then as chemo started happening, the hair loss was starting to become more prevalent. I was pulling out chunks of hair in the shower, not to get too gross here. I promise you, this is not going to be the trauma hour for Chris, but it was optically not great for me. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to shave it. Aaron, to your credit, you were like, you look worse. And I'm like, I agree. And you know, it's one of those things that once my hair can grow back, I will definitely grow it back. But for now, I think it's better to just not pull out clumps of hair, both on my face and on my head in the shower. So
I got a question. I have to ask a question here.
Yeah, please. What do you got?
Now I don't know what your pubic situation is like. But does your pubic hair fall out?
You know, it's kind of across the board. It's just mostly like, it's not like full, all my hair's gone completely, right? It is like, it just sort of like falls out
more than it normally does.
Yes, exactly. And it creates like, I have my hair's a lot more patchier on my head and on my face as well. Like my hair, my facial hair is actually like decently long, but it's so patchy that you can't really. Aaron, you probably can't even see it really.
I can.
But in person, it's decent. But I'm a lot more gray than I was, and that's definitely a side effect. They said that the melanin that you have in your body naturally will fade as I go through these sessions. Like it's sort of a precursor to this treatment. So I will be grayer on the other half of this, but I will still remain hairy at some point. So I guess, Aaron, outside of the cancer,
You didn't answer the question though.
oh, I'm sorry. Less pubic hair, I guess, is the answer.
Okay.
Yeah.
So a little grayer, a little
Yep.
gayer,
Yep.
less pubes. Okay,
Yeah.
got it.
Yeah. Exactly where we want to be, right?
Exactly.
A little-
right
a little
in the
gayer.
sweet spot. Right in the sweet
Gayer,
spot.
less hair. There's where we want to be. As I said, lots of things to talk about. I guess
I'm growing my hair out, by the way, so I can shave it off and send it to you.
perfect because we have similar hair, right? You have a
And
you have a very
and pubes also. Have not
yeah.
trimmed
That's actually
in-
what I
in
want was the
so
pubes.
long. God, why am I? This is going on the main feed. What am I talking about?
Right. Well,
I'm
I have
embarrassing
like
myself.
I have thick brown German hair, and you have like sort of a luscious, curly, black, culturally ambivalent type of hair. Am I on the right track with that?
You are. Yeah.
Yeah. So I can definitely use it
On
I
the
guess point.
sweet spot.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it on my chest. Actually, all your
Yeah.
hair that you sent me is on my chest. I'm gonna look like a '70s
Just- Just coming out the V-neck.
right. Gosh, where do we start?
Sorry.
Aaron, I'll give you a couple categories and you tell me where you want to start
Yeah.
with this because you have like a hard out at some point. But we want to get something out to
Hard
listeners,
in,
and I
too.
wanted to talk. Hard in, hard out. That's how we do it. That's how we do it.
Heyo.
Heyo. I want.
I gotta
This is
share.
what you get on the grid, everybody. We're gonna post this on the normal feed, but I will say that like this is generally the tone of the grid, which is pause currently, and it will continue to be for a bit. I've seen some movies. I want to talk about some of those, Aaron. We had the Academy Awards that happened a couple weeks ago. I want to discuss briefly. We have a Mario movie coming out this weekend that I think you are probably excited for. I'm very excited for, and I've heard good things. Daredevil, Born Again Season 2 came out, and I've been reading some Batman versus Predator. So where in those four categories would you like to start?
Oh, I mean, honestly, like I wish we had like one of those random spin wheels. Let's just go with in that order that you talked about. Let's just go
Okay.
with the movies
first,
that
then?
you've watched, the awards, the Mario movie,
Mhm.
and then your comics.
Yeah, Batman versus
I
Predator.
don't have a lot, so I'll just knock out what I got to knock out as
Please.
far as what's going on with me.
Yep.
Have not been doing shit. Haven't seen any movies really. Haven't the movies I have tried to watch, I have not been able to finish. I've been in a weird place recently, unfortunately, and it's not like a negative place. It's just kind of like I've been in hyper focused, like get work done mode. I've been constantly like I told you I dove a little too deep into the storage units, like stuff that I've
Aaron's
been doing.
buying storage units, everybody, and it's been
Yeah.
working out relatively well, I think.
It has been working out very well, but it's causing me to have to work a lot but also like not in a bad way where like I'm very focused and like I said, I got a brand new chair. I got a Secret Lab
Nice.
Jinx chair.
We're both Secret Lab.
Yeah, this thing is
Folks now?
fucking so much better than any chair I've
awesome.
ever sat in. So worth it.
Anybody
Hashtag
who has
a
not,
sponsor.
yeah, if you haven't sat in a Secret, and we tried it, I think at one point, but Secret Labs, if you're listening for some reason, sponsor us at some point. But
Yeah.
it is like
Yeah.
it's an incredible chair that is like it's not even noticeable until you have one. Like once you
Yeah.
have one, you know how much better it is.
Yeah, and so I am. I have got a lot of stuff like going on. A lot of sales been going on. A lot of shipping. A lot of buying. A lot of selling. eBay's been
Whatnots?
nuts for me, huh?
Whatnots, perhaps?
Getting to the Whatnot soon because I got really close to starting up my Whatnot shows again because I am going to be focusing now on like more physical media because I have an exorbitant amount of CDs, DVDs, Blu-rays, some video games. I still have majority of my comics that I still got to sell. The problem is that as I got close to having the actual setup, finished where I'm going to be selling out of, I went and bought another storage unit, and that kind of like like filled in the gaps that I had just emptied. So now I'm on a hiatus from buying for a little while I clear up what like selling stuff. And I've got a lot of cool things coming my way where I'm potentially going to be doing some flea markets in some pretty cool areas. And yeah, I mean, again, it's been great. Like the amount of stuff that I've sold, the amount of stuff that I've kept, and I'm already in the green. It's an amazing feeling, like having like kind of like a business kind of like starting to take shape and manifest itself, because I'm actually thinking about doing this like full time because of the income that I'm bringing in from it. So it's been really good. It's been really good. And other than that, again, haven't really had a lot of time to. Tried to go see Project Hail Mary. I didn't get a chance to finish this text to you. Tried to go see Project Hail Mary. Unfortunately, the movie theater that I wanted to go to wasn't up to snuff. I didn't feel like comfortable watching it in that setting. I wanted to watch it in a more quality theater. So
Sure.
I had to be like, nah, not going to do it tonight. So I'm still waiting. Tonight I'm going to be seeing a band called the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Okay.
And so that's my Friday evening. And then
Is that your shirt that you have on right now too?
This is my Red Hot Chili Peppers in Japan, like Tokyo tour.
I saw the symbol. I thought that's what it might have been. Yeah.
Yeah. So no, I'm gonna try and see Project Hail Mary in a quality theater this weekend, and then that's gonna be really fun. I'm excited for that.
I think that's a perfect transition because that's the first movie I want to talk about. And I agree with you. It should be a movie that you seek the best environment. And I think I told you when I went to go see it, which was a couple weeks ago, you should probably go see it at Lincoln Square, which is, as we've talked about before, we saw Tron Ares there. It is an immaculate, one-of-a-kind type of environment to see a movie. And I don't know if that's where you plan on going, but if you do, I think that's perfect. Otherwise, because I think Super Mario will eventually start to wane off some of Project Hail Mary's theaters in terms of like premium formats and Dolby and IMAX and such. Point being, everybody, I saw Project Hail Mary at a similar theater, not as great as Lincoln Square, but very close. The Indiana Museum here. It's a 70 millimeter version of the film. It's incredible. I don't really know how else. I don't want to come off as super hyperbolic, but it is, I think, not only the perfect movie for someone like Aaron and I, where we love sort of a space opera buddy cop type of environment with the great soundtrack and a great lead and Ryan Gosling. It just does everything. It's a 5 out of 5. It's a perfect movie in my opinion. And it is my favorite movie of the year. It was actually the first movie that I saw in a theater this year, which I waited until freaking March to go see a movie in theaters, which was very rare for me, Aaron, as you know, and I'm sure the listeners know as well. Yeah. As I said, Ryan Gosling is great in the film. I would be very surprised if he doesn't get some.
He's so
Oscar.
hot right now.
He's very hot. Yeah. He basically carries the entire movie himself. He is essentially by himself for the most part throughout the normal timeline of the film. And I don't want to spoil anything for anybody who hasn't seen it yet. But and then you have Sandra Hüller, a German actress who was in Aaron, a movie called, oh gosh, she was in a couple A24 movies. 1 second.
Well, while you looked it up, let's give a little credit to Andy Weir, who is the author
I think.
Who is the author behind books like this. He's got more books also that I believe are already being optioned.
The Martian, a couple years ago.
The Martian was one. There's another one called, I think, Artemis.
Mm-hmm.
And then this one, Project Hail Mary. But I credit to that guy because I don't know if have you read either of them?
No, I actually have not. That's kind of funny. I was waiting. I kept telling myself that I wanted to read Project Hail Mary before seeing the movie. And I'm kind of glad that I didn't because it really truly enhanced like the surprises. There's a very particular surprise that Aaron, I think you probably already know, probably listeners already know, that I didn't really know that going into it.
And when the alien?
Yes. So I guess thank you, Aaron. There is eventually
it's in the trailer.
Alien. I know. And I think I maybe even seen that at some point, but for some reason when I saw the film, it just didn't register and it didn't compute until you see the ship. But when Rocky, the alien shows up, the movie goes from a 4.5 to a 5.0 immediately. Rocky is such the old adage of if you have a little guy in your film, it just enhances it. He's like the perfect little guy, So anyway, go ahead. I cut you off.
No. That's pretty much what I was going to say. Is you kind of blended into the point that I was going to make. Is just that Ryan Gosling is much like, again, Matt Damon in The Martian. Matt Damon, and honestly, like that movie, The Martian is a movie that I have watched multiple times. I don't know what it is about movies about Mars. There are multiple movies that I absolutely fucking love, like Mission to Mars.
Sam Rockwell.
That's not about Mars, but I mean, it is a space movie. But Moon, absolutely. Yeah. That is a fantastic. I'm trying to get Carly to watch that one because I absolutely do. I love Moon. Sam Rockwell fucking kills that movie. But yeah, I mean, it's just this one, and I had another one that I was gonna mention, but yeah, I was gonna say, if you like this one, because I haven't seen it yet, obviously, but I've heard amazing things. I've been dying to see it for so long. This has been one of the movies that I've been waiting for over a year since it was like teased and starting to develop it. I was so excited for it. And I had a good conversation with Carly about this yesterday about why I was so excited. But I was going to say the other one I think you should watch if you have not seen it yet is I think it's called Spaceman with what's his name? Adam Sandler.
Okay.
I'm kidding. It's called Spaceman. Yeah.
Oh,
it's called
okay.
Okay. In 30 Rock,
I remember that happening at one point.
In 30 Rock, there's a character called Dr. Spaceman, and it's spelled Spaceman, Dr. Spaceman.
Okay. Okay.
Sorry. Stupid joke to throw in there. Anyways, watch it though. I think that movie, that is one of the most, honestly, like emotionally powerful movies I've ever seen Adam Sandler in. It's actually really good.
I remember when this movie came out, because this was right off the back of Uncut Gems.
Yeah.
Adam Sandler said that if he didn't get an Oscar nom for this movie or Uncut Gems, he was going to go back to just making silly, like adult, like what does he make? Like oh god,
like slapstick bullshit.
Yeah, just like, well, obviously he did like Happy Gilmore too after that, but like Grown Ups, those type of movies, where it's like it's just his friends go off on a vacation, they film it. I want to go back very briefly though to Sandra Hüller. She was in Anatomy for a Fall with A24, and then she was in Zone of Interest, which was also an A24 film. Both of those were highly acclaimed, and she'll be in the new Digger movie that's with Tom Cruise. So
excited for that one.
You're excited for, I'm excited for, yeah. So anyway, Project Hail Mary, it's perfect, everybody. Honestly, if we were doing the show, Aaron, I would not let us not talk about it. Like, it would have, whatever we had talking about that week, take it off the calendar. We're talking about Project Hail Mary. It is that good. So after that, Aaron, another one, and I'm actually wearing my directed by Sam Raimi film cap here. Send Help was a film that I watched here recently with Rachel McAdams and Dylan O'Brien. I know you had some interest in that when we first saw the trailer for it, and I don't know if you've gotten around to it, but it's funny. Aaron, you said you really like Lost, right? And
yeah,
Olivia and I we've talked about how Olivia and I have been watching Lost. We've been catching up. We're currently in the middle of season 3, and I'm loving it. She's obviously still loving it. It's one of her favorite shows of all time. Just like simple pitch for Send Help is think Lost, but they try to make Rachel McAdams look ugly and they fail. And then it becomes Evil Dead in the last 30 minutes. That's all you need to know. Like that is the movie, and it's amazing.
The only thing I'll say is this. I'm excited that you are kind of reframing this movie for me, because part of the reason that I was having such a hard time, again, I haven't finished it yet. I've gotten about halfway through, I want to say. But there's this, okay, I'm just going to let you know. My ex was a very, very much like, what's her name?
Rachel McAdams.
Rachel McAdams in this film. Is
it the German gal that I knew for a second in the army?
Like my second one.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, okay.
Like athletic, love to go outdoors. Like honestly, like Rachel McAdams' character in this for me was so unbelievable.
Right.
As like an actual like character, like I could not get into the movie simply because anybody who is in this, like in the movie or in the lifestyle of like survival of all this stuff, they have to have confidence. I've never met a timid person who loves survival stuff.
Right. Yeah. And she obviously, I think in the film, she loves Survivor. I think that's like her thing.
Yeah.
And like I said, like Rachel McAdams' character, I think it, for one thing, if you don't love it, which I don't blame you, because I found her kind of grating at certain points, like her laugh. They're trying to make you be annoyed by Rachel McAdams, which again is very tough because
Which doesn't work.
Right. She's attractive and she's very likable. And, think like The Notebook. We're talking about Ryan Gosling.
Yeah.
I mean, Rachel McAdams is the other half of that, which is she is just like very lovable. Right?
What do you want?
What
do you want?
What do you want? It's not that simple. What do you want? Yeah.
I am Knuff.
I will say this movie, it's worth its price of admission just in the last 30 minutes because it goes full Raimi. And I think like there must have been a point at some point when this movie is being made that Sam Raimi goes, okay, I like what I'm doing here, but we need to get back to our roots. And they just do Evil Dead, right? Like I said. So
I'm even more excited now.
It's great. Honestly, like I was so caught off guard because, there are certain, you get those little elements, like, like in like the Spider-Man movies, you have like the Doc Ock arms, and then like Drag Me to Hell has like its Raimi moments, and even like Doctor Strange, you have like the Wanda snapping necks. Like he does it timidly sometimes, but then when he goes full Raimi, people who love Sam Raimi go out for it. This is I think a perfect example of like when there's no one that could do it like him, I don't think.
Yeah.
Right? Like this is Sam Raimi to his core. And I know I'm not describing it super well, but like if you know, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
YK.
A movie that the next movie I watched that I hated, and I think you would particularly hate, is War Machine, a Netflix original film that came out with Alan
I did see that.
Rickson. But what were your thoughts on this? Did you get through it and did you enjoy it? Because I hated it.
Whoever the military advisor was on that movie should be fucking dragged into the middle of Times Square and just executed.
I would be so surprised if they even had one, to be honest.
Yes, they did. Because you're telling me, like, first off, people don't get out and then become Rangers.
Right.
All right.
Also, he's way too big to be any type of special, like, person. Like, he's like unbelievably big.
No, I can, working with some of the SF dudes, like, I've seen some big fucking SF.
I feel like his BMI would be off to the point where he might be like,
honestly,
like a
they're
marshal.
so fucking elite. Like these guys, they don't give a fuck. They'll pencil whip any fucking document.
Sure,
like I've seen some fat fucks and also like more like world's strongest man dude.
Yeah.
Like, because those guys are fucking thick. Like it's
Right,
all muscle, like fucking refrigerators here. But this movie was such horseshit. Horseshit. Because here's the thing. Do you know you've known Rangers, right? You know Rangers.
I mean, when we were in Savannah, we had I don't know if it was Rangers or Special Forces. One of the two was out of Hunter, and we met them.
That was that was SF. They were like kind of like the I forget what they're called, like basically they were an aviation unit. They weren't Rangers, but they were an aviation unit. One of my buddies was a Ranger. I know multiple. Here's the thing with Ranger School. First off, not in fucking Colorado. Just throwing that out. Second thing, if you walk into Ranger School and they're like, oh, you're a staff sergeant, you're at this, you're going to be put as a team leader, squad leader, whatever leadership position. If you fucking say no, guess what? Get the fuck out of here.
See you never.
Because schools like these, like Rangers, SF, warrant officer, like walk, all these schools that you go through, I'm not gonna say 90, but like maybe like 65-75% of it is likability and your ability it's your ability to be a part of a team. Because guess what? If you are not accepted into the fold, if you're somebody who cannot lead, step up and lead, or just be a part of a team, guess what? Get the fuck out of here, because we don't have time for heroes. We don't have time for individuals. Like he would have been.
His whole thing in this movie is that he is like a total individual, does not want to lead anybody. He doesn't want any part of it. He just wants to get through it because he promised his brother that he would do it before he dies.
I will say this: that right there, that message of like why he was pushing so hard, like he had to make it to the end. I did enjoy that. That was like the one thing that was like I could emotionally like relate to and feel like the importance of. But that was it. That was it. The rest of it, I mean, the mech was cool. So quick rundown, quick summary.
Yeah, give an elevator pitch on this film.
30-second summary. Alan Richman or Rich, whatever the fuck his name. Richton. Guy got in a fucking fight with some dude who knocked over his motorcycle recently. He's been in the news.
Kicked his ass.
So basically he is a medically fucking injured dude who was injured in combat, fucking carried his, you don't find this out, but it's his brother, why they're serving on the same team as brothers. Anyway, it doesn't fucking matter. Carries him like however many miles on his back, and basically passes out from exhaustion, injury, pain, whatever, like a quarter of a mile from where he was going. And he blames himself because his brother didn't make it there. If he would have made it, his brother would have survived. But and so he's like, he basically, him and his brother were supposed to go to ranger school. His brother's died, obviously, so he can't. So he's like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna make it. So he tries 4 times, finally gets in the first time. That never fucking happened. Gets in the 4th time and goes through school. He's making it through. He makes it to like whatever they call their hell week, where they get dropped out. This does happen. They drop them off as a squad out in the fucking boondocks somewhere and expect them to make it to certain points throughout this time frame, and they have to make it back. Okay, and survive with next to nothing. Anyways, they're out there. All of a sudden, a fucking meteor shower hits. This big fucking robot is like, oh, that must be
drops into the area.
Yeah, just drops into their area. That must be the objective. Let's go blow it up. So they walk to the fucking thing, and right before they blow it up, obviously our hero discovers that a real objective, don't do it. It wakes up and just starts fucking nuking everybody.
Yeah.
These asshats, okay, first off, they have plate carriers on. And if you don't know plate carriers, it's the vest that carries your
Kevlar.
bulletproof thing, your Kevlar, okay?
Yep.
Once they get shot once, you're done. They don't have any rounds, but they're still carrying their plate vest. This thing is obviously like blowing holes in people through their plate vest. I'd be removing that shit. Be like, there's no fucking point. Take that shit off. I'm tired. It's hot.
It's not gonna help.
35, 40 pounds, depending how big you are. Gone.
Yep.
They're fucking, they got fake first off, and then they get to it. Oh my God. They get to like, at one point, this all-terrain vehicle, this MPC, military personnel carrier, and it's got like fucking displays, heads up. It's got like, it tells you like what the armor like level is. It's like, you just got shot on the side. Beep, beep, beep. It's red. Our shit doesn't have it! It's not real. It's not fucking real. This movie is all horseshit. I'm sorry. This movie's all horseshit.
Everything that you said, I endorse 100%. And also I felt, and you can tell me, maybe I'm being too sensitive, but like, I felt like the violence was way too over the top. Like the military violence was just way too grotesque. And it felt a little bit like emotional manipulation, to the point where like, we understand that like soldiers go out and put their bodies on the line, and showing them in that sort of grotesque way in a fiction film that deals with robots. I guess I understand that you want folks to get behind this story and I guess the objective, but to me, it felt all a little too over the top. And here I am talking about how awesome Sam Raimi is with his over violence, but like, I just feel like the situation's slightly different, and
it's topical also.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's,
like we're
topical.
Currently
it's
in the middle
not
of an unconstitutional war. And we got this movie coming out. So maybe I'm a little hypersensitive to it, but
also, I mean, there are much better ways to address that while still achieving your objective. First off, it's an alien. It doesn't have to blow holes in people constantly. It doesn't have to like burn them alive. It doesn't have to like just grotesquely maim them. How about you just vaporize them? Like we've seen plenty of fucking alien movies where someone gets hit with fucking Avengers. If Avengers can do it with the fucking the Red Skull and his Tesseract weapons and just blast people into nothing, do that. Don't leave a fucking bunch of like dead soldiers laying around on the fucking ground, like smoking carcasses. Like that's unnecessary. There's better choices to make. I
will say that knowing what we know now about the Tesseract and how those soldiers were just being teleported into space is kind of fucked up. Like that's kind of a death worse than like being blown in half. You're like just floating in space like fucking Yondu in Guardians 2. Okay,
they were Nazis. Fuck them.
Well, that's true. Yeah, they were Nazis. So fuck them. We're going to move on because we have a lot to get through in the next 15 minutes ish. Another movie I watched, Aaron, that I think you really need to watch, and I also think is perfect, is Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie. Have you heard of this?
I have no desire to watch it though.
It's incredible. I mean, like Olivia and I watched it myself while she was gone on a girls' trip, and then I watched it with her again last night, and she loved it. It is, I think, one of the more innovative and hilarious films I've seen ever. It's a 5 out of 5 as well. Yeah. 2 of the movies I've seen this year are 5 out of 5s in my opinion, and it's perfect in my opinion. I
got a quick question. I want to raise my hand for a sec.
Sure. Yeah. What do you got?
Hey buddy. So Olivia, close your ears. So I know that she seems to go on a lot of girls trips. Okay.
Yep.
And have we ever gone on a boys trip?
Um,
Cons don't count because we work.
okay, I was gonna say cons maybe, but outside of that, no, we have not.
I've
Boys
never been on
trip.
boys trip. I've never
Yes,
been on a
bitch.
boys trip. I have never been, bruh. Okay.
Bruh.
I've never been on a boys trip. Where are we going? Where are we going, fam?
We need to go to a winery. I don't know.
Let's go camping. No, we should do this. We should do a boys trip.
We should do a boys trip. I agree.
Fuck yeah. I did bring up an idea about a boys trip recently, but let's go on a boys. Let's plan this out. If you're listening, send us a message. Let us know where we should do a boys trip to.
Where do you like to take your boys trips?
Where do you like to take your boys when you go on trips? Okay.
That's right. Let us know in the chat, fam.
In the chat. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and follow. Okay,
All right.
anyways.
Do you want to muse about Super Mario really quick, or do you want to talk about the Academy?
Let's save the Academy for a second. I want to talk about Super Mario because
Okay.
did you watch
We
it
called
already?
it. Wait, no, we're seeing it sometime this weekend, possibly. Well, maybe Monday actually, probably Monday.
Okay. So
We're
I gotta
seeing
say
the
this.
drama tonight. A24 film with Robert Pattinson and Zendaya. That's tonight.
I have nothing to say about that movie. I
Okay.
don't know anything
all
about
right,
it. I'm concerned.
Oh,
I'm concerned about Super Mario.
I've heard good things.
I've heard a lot of bad things.
Oh, okay.
I've heard a consistent amount of bad things.
Can we say really quickly that we called it really quick?
We
called
did,
the
yes.
The
One-
Fox McCloud.
100%. And I'm 90% sure. Again, I still believe that this is going towards a Smash Brothers type universe. I'm going to
Oh.
put it out right now. I guarantee you at the either one of the two, there's going to be a mid credit scene and a post credit scene, and in one of those, we're going to see another character from another Nintendo. I guarantee you.
Ooh.
I almost believe, and I'm just going to say, I'm going to speculate this because if you don't follow Boss Logic, you guys should go follow Boss Logic, not only for his transparency, his honesty when it comes to like the things that he's digesting media wise, but
Mhm.
also his art is incredible. He's doing a lot
He's
of
been making
covers.
fan edits, the best fan edits of the last 20 years.
He is killing it.
Yeah.
And he's been making some fan edits of the Super Mario Brothers movie posters. One is this amazing one where it's like a galaxy in the form of Mario.
Mm.
It's beautiful, beautiful. But he's also doing ones of Samus Aran in her power suit.
I think when we talked about this that time. We talked about is this Fox McCloud in the trailer, and we found out that eventually that was being voiced by Glenn Powell, which I'm excited about. And we talked about who we thought would show up in the post-credit scene, and I think you mentioned. I think we may have both kind of came to the consensus that Samus is definitely on the block. Wario is definitely on the block for sure. I think home run would be Zelda, but we're getting a Zelda live action film, so that might be kind of odd to like do both of those things at one time.
I think they'll wait on that one. I'm thinking potentially Kirby.
Kirby would make sense because
Kirby would
doesn't
make sense.
exist in any other form outside of the video games.
Yeah, and that's
So-
another thing is because if we're starting to talk about potentially, transportation and like kind of traversing different galaxy, guess who can? Kirby's got his little fucking star thing that he rides on.
Mhm.
So that to
Yeah.
me is almost like yes, that could happen. I'm trying to think of anybody else. You got Captain Falcon. You've got the team from Mother. You've got
Mhm.
there's so many different ones.
Pikmin.
I mean,
Pikmin, I think,
Mega
has
Man?
been rumored. No. Well,
Mega
Mega Man would
Man-
be cool, but Pikmin
Yeah.
is Pikmin is
Oh,
like
Pikmin.
one of those.
Pikmin
one
would
of
be
those-
interesting, absolutely.
Yeah.
Especially with the fact that it is because Pikmin, I believe, that's not rare. That's an actual Nintendo IP, is
I
it
think
not?
so. I think so. Yeah, I think
So,
it's Nintendo.
Yeah, I mean, because yeah,
But
I
you
guess
said
we'll
you've
just have to wait.
heard
and see.
negative things, though.
I've heard some negative things. I've heard that it's a very people are saying that they played it very safe with the first one, and they say that this one, from what I've heard, is that they did it even more so to the point where there's almost no story.
Interesting. Okay. I've heard a similar thing from one of the folks that I listen to. Movie Bob is someone who I really like watching on YouTube, and he said a very similar thing. But his caveat was that this is like the most visually stunning thing that you could ever ask for in terms of what this is. Like, if you're
Mhm.
expecting Citizen Kane, sorry about you, this is not that. But like, if you want to just see everything, Rosalina Bud, if you want to just see everything that you've ever wanted to see from Mario, and like every scene is just a landscape of references, if that's what you want from this type of thing, then you're gonna get that in spades. But if you want like a emotionally compelling film, a la like a Frozen or a Moana or one of those kind of films where the whole family can enjoy it, this is like more in tune with like what Illumination does, which is like the Minion movies. They're really well made kids movies.
Yeah.
Specifically for kids. They're not
Yeah.
Pixar, they're not Disney.
Yeah.
They are for
We're talking
children.
35 plus people, like year old people getting upset because there's not enough story in a Super
Yeah.
Mario Brothers Galaxy. You want story, go play the fucking game, which you're
I
going to
wanna
probably
s-
get the same amount of story.
I want to see Yoshi grip with the fact that he is one color of Minnie and that he has to showcase his greenness. You know?
Existential crisis. Crisis. If I am not unique, why do I exist?
Right. Exactly. Here's the thing. I will say, like, on
I
the
blip,
surface,
therefore I am.
I boom. So why am I not boom more? Right?
Yes, exactly. When I
Um,
blump, do you blump?
Do you bump with me? Are you an ally?
Yeah.
Is what we're trying to ask.
Yeah, yes. Do you accept me for me?
Yeah. I love that they hired Donald Glover just to make Yoshi sounds. Like, he doesn't talk apparently in the film. I don't know this for a fact, but my understanding is that he doesn't talk in the film. He just makes Yoshi sounds. Yahoo! Yip. What are some of the noises he makes? Well, again, like the noises, the things that I have one here on my soundboard that people at home won't hear, but his happy sound. That sound.
It's so cute.
Yeah.
It's cute.
So anyway, I just kind of love that fact. I'm still excited. I will say that, like, I've heard the trepidation, but I am still going to go in with, a certain amount of excitement, because at the end of the day, very similar. And again, going back to our previous conversation about the first one, I think you and I may have went in with different expectations, and I am going in with the same ones that I had the first time, which is that this is just going to be a silly run through the things I love about Nintendo and Mario. And if that's what they do, I'm fine with it.
I'm going in with no expectations. I'm keeping it as mid as possible, because you know what? I did expect more. And I'll say this again. I still was impressed by everything that the first one was. I just felt that they could have made choices to make it a little bit more exciting in a few spots.
They could have.
They could have, absolutely. But that's fine. This one, I'm going in with less expectations, even more so, because I know that they're going to play it safe. But at the same time, to see one of my favorite characters of any Nintendo franchise. Now, Fox McCloud is one that I have loved since I was a wee lad.
Do a barrel roll.
Yes. Your father will be proud of you. And it's like Fox. That was Pepe, by the way, because Pepe served with his father before he died. Okay, I know the background. I know the lore.
So they're not going to get into this in the film.
We're not. They're not going to get in this level.
There's
Like
no way to
they
get
need
into
a
this.
Fox McCloud solo film.
Star Fox should get a movie, honestly.
Honestly, man. But he is one of my favorite characters of all time. And so the fact that I get to see him on the big screen is my childhood coming to fruition, which is amazing. So I will go into this with, again, tempered expectations and the excitement to see Fox McCloud done well on a big screen. And one of the funniest edits that I have seen, one of the funniest fan edits that I've seen, is the Fox from what was it? Zootopia, dressed as Fox McCloud. And I was like, that's funny. So
okay. Anyway, like, we'll probably talk about that in the next grid, whenever that might be. Let's get into the Academy Awards, because this is something that we talked about a lot leading up to, and then we sort of disappeared because of everything that's going on. But I don't want to say I told you so, but I told you so. One battle after another swept. It got 8. I want to say it was 8 awards that night, including Best Picture and Best Director. Any comments, Aaron, that you want to say on everything that went on with the Academy? Is that your slow clap?
that's my slow clap. Okay, I will say this. I don't know if since we've last talked, if I told you that I finished One Battle After Another.
No, we haven't talked about it.
Okay. I went back and I finished One Battle After Another.
Okay.
And I really enjoyed the ending. I did. I enjoyed it. I still cannot say that it's like a great film in my opinion. Again, just Aaron's opinion, not
Sure.
one that I would say like deserves all these awards, but that's not my call.
That's fair. I think that is
However,
a fair
yeah.
assessment. I think that like,
Yeah.
if it's not your favorite movie of all time, I am not going to chastise you for that. Definitely.
Did Marty Supreme win any?
No, Marty Supreme, 0. I think it was the third or fourth most nominated, and it won 0, which is crazy to me.
That's wild, because that movie was amazing.
I agree. I just got the Blu-ray yesterday, and I have the vinyl, from the store. Like, I think it's an incredible movie. Kind of crazy that happened. I will say, so Olivia and I went to go see it actually at a theater, at a local theater here in Indianapolis called Can, which is sort of an independent theater. They show a lot of like smaller films, and they showed the Oscars on the big screen, which is really cool. And it's cool to see it with a bunch of other people who really enjoyed like the Oscar season and all that. Like, I know it's not for everybody, and I know it's definitely waning in popularity, but it was cool because I care a lot about it for whatever reason. And, anyway, I will say the thing that got the biggest amount of applause was Michael B. Jordan winning Best Actor. I think people were very, very excited about that, myself included. I actually had Leo winning that, but I think that Michael B. Jordan, if I had to pick, it would have been Michael, because he absolutely killed both roles, in the film. So,
and I'm glad to say that K-pop Demon Hunters took home a couple of awards themselves.
Best animated film, best original score, I want to say, because I think originally I had Sinners. What was it? Gosh, oh shoot, what's the song in the middle that we all know it, right? The oh gosh, I lied to you. There it is. From Miles there in the middle of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
I had that winning, but I'm so happy that Golden won. And something, Aaron, we haven't talked about yet is that I have since seen K-pop Demon Hunters, and I agree with you. It is another. I think I gave that a 5 out of 5. It's an incredible, like, that movie. Every song. I'm not someone who loves. We can end on this, by the way. I'm not someone who loves K-pop. Not for. I haven't tried and hate it. I just haven't, lack of trying, right? It's a category. It's a genre that I have not invested in. And I know it's something that you care deeply about, being that you've been in Korea at one point in your career, and you just you're a weeaboo anyway. Let's just be honest. So, let's just all be frank. Let's put it all in the front. When I tell you that when Olivia and I watched it, I'm doing one of these, like the lean forward. Like when you're watching a movie,
yeah.
You're invested enough to the point where you're like leaning forward and watching it. You guys can probably hear my voice changing in the mic because I'm leaning forward. That's what we were both doing that. And every song, every moment, it's incredibly well animated. Story is very compelling. Every song is a banger. Every song is a banger. So kudos to you, because you were saying that for a very long time, and you actually gave for our animated film of the year for our last call awards, you gave it to K-pop Demon Hunters. So
it is a great movie. The soundtrack, like you said, is phenomenal. I am not afraid to say, and I've said this even in my classes to my students that I've been working with. I was like, does anybody still like K-pop Demon Hunters? Some are like, no, it's stupid. And some are like, yeah, I love it. I was like, I love it. It's a great fucking movie. The music the music slaps. The pacing, it's great pacing. The characters are amazing. The designs are amazing. The transition between like different styles of animation that are like comedic and serious.
Sony is so good at that. Sony has absolutely murdered that particular genre animation.
Yeah. And even the characters that are like secondary, like the fucking little bird that wears the hat and the cat creature, it's all fucking fun, man. And it's like, I have a hard time finding anything. And again, I've watched it multiple times since. Like, I can't, I'm not a big, like, I don't smoke weed a lot, but like, fucking get high and watch K-pop Demon Hunters. It's a fucking good time, man.
It is just it's a legitimate great time, and it's something that like you can obviously rewatch a lot, and a lot of people have. I will say, I guess one thing I'll say about the Oscars is, again, I think it went mostly as I thought. We felt it like brackets. I got 18 out of 24 right, so I feel like I was aligned mostly on what was going to happen. Frankenstein.
Did you win a prize?
No, there was someone ahead of me. Someone got more than I did, unfortunately.
Bullshit.
I did win a free popcorn for a trivia question. Which was which female has won the most Oscars, which is Meryl Streep. But anyway, Frankenstein, funny enough, they got 4 awards. Like, that's kind of crazy, especially for a Netflix film.
Yeah, for a Netflix movie as well. Wow.
Both you and I love that movie. I will say the one thing I didn't love was that F1 got Best Sound. And I loved F1, but I think that, Sinners probably should have won that, if not One Battle for Another. Frankenstein was also up for that award. But anyway, that's sort of the end of it. We didn't get to
And they're
Batman
making a
and-
second one now. I heard.
That makes sense. They kind of set that up, right? With Mia Goth being the Bride of Frankenstein.
No.
So-
I'm F1.
Oh, F2?
FU?
F1 squared. FU. FU. Brad Pitt for being a piece of shit. Aaron, we didn't get to a lot of things that I wanted. I mean, we got something from Sebastian. We got Batman versus Predator. I want to talk about Daredevil season 2. Episode 1 was great. I know you haven't finished probably season 1, but season 2, episode 1 was actually really, really good. I think you'll love it eventually. But we didn't get to a lot of things we want to talk about, but you have to get out of here. Is there anything you want to say before we pop off?
To the longtime fans, to the longtime patrons, everybody who's been around, thank you so much for your patience. We are coming back. We promise. We just need, the time for Chris to get through this. And then also Chris and I both have things that we're working on. It's not just all about, him and his cancer.
Chris and his cancer, making a big deal about everything.
Aaron's a person too. Okay.
He's got shit going on. All right.
I got things. I'm working. I'm healing. Okay. No, but we're coming back, and this is just again a temporary situation. Chris is gonna get through this quicker than we all assumed, and when we come back, we're gonna be bigger, better, faster, stronger, higher, louder,
harder, fake it. I was trying to
yeah, whatever's written on Chris's arm, and then shut the fuck up. I'm saying something. Oh no. No, but we're coming back.
That's right, everybody. We wouldn't be doing this right here. We wouldn't be just doing a sporadic episode if we weren't A, missing it, but B, also have plans to eventually make our way back to the normal feed. So, like I said, we're going to release this to the public. We'll put on Patreon and all the things, but it'll obviously go to the normal feed as well. So thank you all again. We miss the Oblivion Bar. We miss all of you. We miss talking to creators. We miss all of the things, but we'll keep you up to date when we eventually figure out when we're going to make our way back to normal Oblivion Bar episodes. But until then, I will keep fighting the good fight. Aaron will keep selling storage things and fighting his good fight as well. He's saluting, as am I. Everybody, that'll do it for this week for The Grid, episode 197. We will see you sometime. Maybe not next week. Maybe next week. Who knows? We'll see. But until then, thank you all so much, and we'll talk to you soon.
Keep it tight.